Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and today I am making this adorable little Valentine card. I'm using the new Lawn Fawn floral wreath, and it's interactive. So you pull this, and it says, I love you with all my heart. And then you pull it down. I've made these before, but this one is a square. All right. So stay with me, and I will show you how to make it.
500. No, there's not that much here. 15 bucks is 500.
That's an expensive garden.
Okay. Hey, I was just at Cornelia B.
All righty. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to stencil. Hi, Selena, Elaine, and welcome everybody. Cheryl, Muriel. Okay, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so we have 2 Valentine cards left to make. All right, this is a fantastic stencil, and I will show it to you. You could use it for Valentine's Day, wedding. So this piece of paper is 4.5 by 4.5 because I'm making a 5 by 5 card. All right, so I'm going to put this on here, and I'm just going to center it. Okay, I've got it on my grip mat. We have some more grip mats coming. I don't know if they're all spoken for. And I have some of these brushes on order. So I'm using my Distress Oxide inks. And I've got Picked Raspberry and Lumberjack Plaid. And then I have 2 greens. I have Mowed Lawn and Twisted Citron. All right. I'm just going to raise that up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Lumberjack Plaid. And I'm just going to do a few of the hearts. So I'm just going to
doing a lot of knitting and my hands are just killing me.
just here and there. And then the other ones, I'm going to come in and I'm going to bring in the pink. All right. So I'm done those. Now I'm going to switch to my Picked Raspberry.
Would you like a cookie?
And
I was looking at
I think I will take a rag here. Do I have a rag?
they're all pretty. Those are roots. Next roots and slide away. Well, I guess I shouldn't talk about it.
There's one. I'm just going to wipe off that red so it doesn't
So what do I owe you? Nothing. Oh, you can
get in.
There you go.
All righty.
Come on, you go
So now I'm just going to fill in the rest with my Picked Raspberry,
Okay.
one of my favorite colors. When I first started using the oxide ink, Distress Oxide inks, I used Picked Raspberry, Peacock, Feathers, and Twisted Citron. Those are my favorite colors. Okay, there's one there. All right. So I'll look that up. There we go. And now I'm going to put on my leaves. So you just kind of match up the hearts and the bottom of the hearts. It's quite easy. There we go. And now I'm going to use a green. I'm going to start off with my twisted. Twisted.
I know that's just coffee.
And I'm going to do all of them in Twisted Citron. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with the Mold Lawn, which is a little darker. And I'm just going to wipe that off. And I'm just going to add some here and there just to give a variety of color. And I think let's have a look. I think I got it all. And there we go. I think I might put a little bit of variety there just to give it some shade. There we go. Isn't that pretty? All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on this. And let's get my little stamp here. Where did my stamp go? I just had it. Oh, there it is. So the stamp is Lawn Fawn. I sold the last one today. But if it's something that interests you, I can always sell this one. Okay, so I am going to put on here, You Make My Heart Smile. Okay.
It is. Because we tried to go into a couple of buttons, cuts it out.
Okay. You make my, and then the heart is in a different font. I'm not going to go over to the right side because that's where I'm going to be putting my slit. Okay, and then I need the word smile.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so that's all done. Yeah, so if anybody's interested, you can buy my used stamp for discount. Okay, now I've got ink on here, which I don't want. So I will show you. I'm going to take my sander and I'm just going to sand and it takes it off. Very handy. I find the ink eraser works great for ink, but this, and but this takes ink, my distress ink side off. Okay, Cheryl, you can have the stamp. All right, now we're going to create our the interactive. Okay. All righty. So I'm going to take my ruler and my pencil. And I'm going to measure in 1.5 inches. I think I measured, what did I measure here? 1.25 inches. All right, I'm going to measure 1.25 inches because I'm going to be stacking this. Maybe I'll do, yeah, 1.25 inches is good. Maybe I'll do an 1 3/8. Okay, so I did 1 3/8 and 1 3/8, and then I am going to draw a line.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So I'll just draw a line there. And then I'm going to measure 1 inch up and 1 inch down. Okay. So I've got 1 inch from here and 1 inch from here. Okay. And so in between here is where I will be cutting. But before I cut, I'm going to do my layers on my card. So this piece is 5 by 10, and then of course you fold it in half. And then I had a little piece of pink here. So this is 4.5 by 4.5. This would be 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. So we're just going to put that on here. Okay. And then I'm going to have this as a side fold. So I'm going to put that on here. Before I do that, though, I'm going to cut my notch because I don't know if my notch, if it will cut through all of those papers. So I'm just going to mark, because that would be going through 3. So I'm just marking at 2.5. And I'm using my notcher. There we go. All right, and so then this one, I think I can notch that when it's on. There we go. So I'm just going to open that up and put my notcher in there. There we go. All right. Okay, so now let's have to trim that a bit. Okay, now I'm going to take my craft knife. I'm opening this up, and I am going to cut between those 2 lines, the 1 inch from the top and the 1 inch from the bottom. Now, I'm just doing it freehand. You could use your cutter and do it a few times. I'm just gonna go along that line. And I'll have to do it a couple of times because I'm going through 3 papers. There we go. I might put this down to 3/4 of an inch. Because he could go down a little bit farther. Yeah, I'm going to do 3/4 instead of an inch. I'm going to change that. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, so it's 3/4 from this white. So it's an inch from the bottom of the red. All right. Okay, and so now what you can do is you can erase those pencil lines. You don't need those. Now I'm using for the interactive part, I am using a piece of acetate. I don't know if you can see that, but it's about 3/4 of an inch. And it's about by 5. I'm going to be trimming it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to slide it in here and position it like so, because you're going to put your little mouse on there. All right. So just the side part here. So I can actually push that in even more, or I can just trim it off after. That's probably a better idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some foam tape. And I'm going to take my little mouse and I want it right along here. Foam strips work great. All right, so now I'm going to take off my backing. And I'm going to put that on like that. Okay, now I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to make sure that there's no tape showing. And I can just trim off that excess. Okay, and then I'm just going to put that back in. Okay, so now he's going to slide up and down. Isn't that adorable? All right, so he's in position like so. So I'm going to flip him over. So I don't need this length here. So I'm going to cut it off. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of red and I am going to attach it to that acetate. So this one is 3.5 by 5.5. I get in a little extra. So I'm leaving about 1/4 of an inch on the bottom and I've got 3/4 of an inch on each side. Now, you could put foam tape on here, but I am going to put, I had cut some paper strips. How can I lose things? Did some paper strips fall?
Nope.
Do you see? Oh, there they are. No, that's not it. Do you see red paper strips?
No.
There they are. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, so I've got these red paper strips and they are 3/4 of an inch. And what I'm going to do, instead of using foam tape, I don't need that much height to it. So I'm just going to put 2 of these in here instead. Okay, so I'm just going to put 1 here. You could put 3 if you wanted. 3 strips. It just helps to keep the paper in line. All right, so I'm just going to put these on. This is where you would put foam tape if you needed it, if you decided to use foam tape. And then this is going to go in here, and you can see that there is a little bit of movement. All right. Now here is the acetate, and that is the part that you are going to put your adhesive on to attach the slider. All right. So I'm just going to put this on. Now I'm not putting it right to the bottom, okay? Because I'm going to need to tape that. So I'm just laying it in like that. Now you see there's overhang here. We're going to cut that off, so don't worry about it. And down here, I'm going to put some adhesive. I can actually put some glue. Okay. Just to seal up the bottom. So we can close that up. So I'm going to put some tape on here as well. And close that up. Okay, and then now this will move up and down very nicely, just with that extra, those extra strips. Just give it enough wiggle room there. See that? How cute is that? Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay. So now what you can do is you can snip these off at the top. I always leave a little extra just so that I don't sell myself short there. Okay. All right. Now I have a little stamp that says pull. If you don't, you could put an arrow. We have some that's with arrows, or I have one that says pull. They don't make this anymore, but you could certainly put an arrow. It says pull. So I'm just going to stamp it. So share, and somebody can have this card. If you need a Valentine card, you can come run in and get it. All right. Isn't that just adorable? All right, so now I'm going to pull that up. And when you pull it up, you're going to see this. It says, I love you with all my heart. Now you need to make it long enough so that it doesn't catch. All right. So I made this 3 by 2.5. So I'm just going to slide this up. And I'm going to tuck it in here. Like that. Okay, so now when you pull it up, you see that. Now, I also decided to make it a card in case you want to put a gift card in here or something, or do your personal sentiment, something mushy. So this is 5 by 5. And there we go. All done. So cute. I would say that I would do a handout for this, but I am totally maxed out in what I have to accomplish this week because I am in a crop. But I think you'll be able to do it just watching the video. So if you're interested in the heart stencil, I have some available, okay, by Lawn Fawn. Okay, so tomorrow I am making a cute card. I am using my jar. This is my final Valentine card. So I'm using the jar. It says, sending you a jar full of love, sending lots of love your way, and watch. So it pulls out and it says, I love you. Isn't that cute? And then it goes back in the jar. Ta-da. And then you pull it. I love you. There we go. I think it's so cute. You know I love interactive cards. So I'm going to show you how to make that one tomorrow. Now, I have a few things to show you here. We got these in today. This is Mama Elephant. Look at how darling that is. This is called surprise boxes. I can hardly wait to make something with these. I am probably going to have to do a pull-out or something because they're just adorable. So I'll think of something interactive to do with it. They're just so cute. Look at the little wrapping paper, the ribbon, the little scissors. On the Instagram, Mama Elephant, they did a gift wrapping center. It was absolutely adorable. I'll have to check that one out. But yeah, it was really cute. They had a table with gift wrap, and it was really cute. So this is enjoy all the little surprises, sending you love and hugs and surprise. Very cute. And then we got these darling little cows. Look at them. They're so cute. And we have a little barn to go with them. So I'll have to do something with that as well. All right. So please share and you will get this card. All right. I have 2 of them. Pretty cute. Okay. Since I don't have anybody to give Valentine to, poor Marilyn. I do give them to my grandkids. All righty. Thanks a lot for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.